Well, it's another episode of the Intimidation Factor with your host, Tim. I'm not too sure what kind of shenanigans we're going to get up to right away here. It's snowing as frig out here in Canada. That don't stop us, though. No, we're tough as fuck out here. So, I don't know. Maybe take the Jeep, do a little more trail riding. It was raining a little earlier, and fucking trails are slicked right up, perfect for drifting. So, well, hope you enjoy the video. See what kind of movie magic I can make today. In further inspections, there, that snap washer from on the floor there is actually supposed to be up there where I just showed you. For rig's sake, we'll see how that holds up over time. So I've got my wires up there coming down to here, and then I've also got these two wires here to extend from this side with that light. From this side all the way over to this side where that ends. And I'm just gonna get the soldering gun out and get things ready. So I'm just gonna go ahead and splice these two wires together for now, and then pull down my red. Slant out of my red. I pull the red down here. Seeing as this is my positive wire, I'll just solder this all together as one. That was my way of doing it, so I don't really know if there's other ways. People like to solder shit together, do different things, but it's all open to interpretation. So let's heat up our solder gun, get her smoking. Those smoking. don't know what anyone's ever told you about solder smoke, but I'm sure it's just like any other smoke. You shouldn't be inhaling it unless it's the good kind. So seeing as this is some Canyon Creek custom shit here, there's that big daub on the bottom there. I'm just not going to let that go to waste. I'm going to try to spread that out along the back side here. Get it all up in that. Nice soldered connection. Alright, now we're going to pretty much repeat that same process with our ground wire. We're going to go ahead and strip it and then solder it up to this ground wire here alongside with this ground wire here that jumps over to the other light. Once I do that, a little bit of twisty. All of our birds stoned at once here. So in the exact same process, I now have this H formed here. So now we're going to do the exact same process. Heat up the gun, get it smoking. Shouldn't take so long this time, it should be hot. Here she's smoking. Set her down on there, warm that up a bit. Get our solder out. Try to keep blowing that smoke away from you. Splash solder on the floor. Don't know if you can see it. It's alright. You know, this side coated very nicely. Very nicely. I want to touch up the tip just a little bit. I like to get the tip. Right on, so there's our completed H formation. All soldered up. Alright. So now we got our, this is one light for one side and light for the other side. And all the wires here, the H connection that comes over to here. So we'll just go ground to ground. That all nestled in there. Hot to hot, red to red, white to black for ground this time. Yet again, the exact same process. Didn't wait for it to heat up this time. A lot of extra on this one, fuck's sakes. Alright, there we go. 2 soldered ends. So this light will be on this side of the vehicle. That light will be on this side of the vehicle. So we have a wire that runs from here, all the way to here. And which at this point, this part is the top part of the vehicle and will now be sucked back into the vehicle. But I think I should tape this part together too. Okay, now we'll install our light. Gotta love it when these things go in difficult. There we go. And there we have it. I'll just get a couple zip times. Zip time, zip time, zip time, zip time. And then pull this excess back up and it should be good. So it's all zip tied up. Lights are still in place, just loose hanging down. It's all zip timed up here. Got our wires back running there, up and coming out here. Except one thing some of you might be poking at here is that we need to cut that ground so we're not running it all the way back up to the front. That's very important. So this is metal. The best metal that's right in the general zone here. Plastic. No fucking good. Give that the old snip. And that's it for the white wire. Now I got my wires right there coming up. All the way up in there, not screwed in yet, all the way up in there. That part still is still under review. I gotta get the piece that goes back up there and cover up all that and then continue on up front. So I've got my power coming down from there. There's a little bit of red wire showing, I'll tuck away later. This switch is for my fan. Yeah, for my fan. And I pulled it away from the other wire, so I'm going to add a little extension. Note to self and anyone else doing this, it's not a bad idea to leave yourself a little wiggle room between your switch and your wires. But so I'm going to go ahead and install this other switch right beside this one. That's going to be for the reverse light switch there. So go ahead and start doing one thing I will show you before I start installing the switch. I really like these. Like, see how nice and flat they are? They're just about as wide as a drill bit. So, you know, they can go pretty much anywhere, and you just run your wires up to them, splice them in, solder them, do whatever the fuck you want, install this. Really nice, positive switch. I quite like them. Well, I'm almost there. I got my switches all hooked up, everything's hooked up, got to tape up those two connections. But I've got my spool of wires sitting on the battery over there. And look, ooh, I got lights back here. Pointing straight down at the ground, because they're not tight yet. So, fuck yeah, she works. And go flip the switch. Bam. And they're off. See if I can get the switchification and the lighters at the same time. Fuck yeah, I can. Right on. My fan even works though. Friggin' right. So this is the final installed test. All this is copaceticized. All back there is good to go. I've got doopy-doo wire coming up from there in accordance to making it all same to my hot wire here that has a fuse over there. So this is power to backup lights here, power to fan here on that 120 amp fuse. So lights work, fan sounds like it's working. So solder it up. So, job's all done. Like an old wise man used to say, if women don't find you handsome, they shall at least find you handy. So, let me know in the comment section what you think about the video, the work I did, and anything I could have done better, camera-wise, video-wise, etc. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Till next time.